Good morning, everybody. This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, and it's time. It's Saturday. It's Saturday morning. It's training day. Yep, today's training day. I've got two, not one, but two live streams planned for the day. This is obviously the first one. We're in Railroader, as you can see by the screen, and we are going to continue day 17. And we're going to be setting out. We got a couple of cars left to set out, and we're going to pick up some other cars and then bring them back. And then, time permitting, we're going to do a little bit of work on hopefully, the cars will be cleared out for logging. We'll go get the logging cars back up there, up into Connelly. That's the plan for this 2-hour stream. So, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you very much. You guys have been actually offering up some great comments, and I'm going to address some of those. Most of the comments are addressed toward Run8. So that'll be the second stream later on today. It'll be a Run8 video, and I'm going to address a couple of those comments that came up. They're not bad. They're great comments, but they're you know what? They're good topics. So I'm just going to say that. So let's get into the Railroader here. And I want to jump right in, making sure everything's set on this side. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, one's an auto save, the other one is another save. We're going to take the top one, 2 cars a couple, and we're jumping in now. The black screen, you can see the cursors there. We're just waiting for Railroader to load. This is taking an abnormally long time, so bear with me. I've been sitting here waiting. Maybe, oh no, here it comes. It's slow. There we go. That is probably the slowest start time that I've ever had starting up Railroader, and I think it's probably confused because I got OBS running first. Usually I go the other route, start the game, and then bring up OBS, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's behind the scenes stuff. You don't need to know that. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm drinking coffee, and I realized it was like a half a cup left over from yesterday. It's cold. It's still good. It's okay. I'll drink it. I've had worse. All right. So if you were with me yesterday, we had this car. Well, this car here we had to set out. That's why we're sitting here where we're at. And we've got these 3 here that need to go over to the main. And then we got those 2 cars down there that go to Appalachian Hardwoods in Bryson. So we're going to go ahead, left click, and hold down the control key and left click to select that train. We're going to go click select to get the controls for it. The rest can kind of stay, but we're going to go ahead and we're ready to back out. So let's run down here. We're just going to jump in. This is the first time seeing Railroader, and pretty much the three train programs, programs for right now, that I have been playing with. Primary one is Run8, secondary one, Railroader, and then the tertiary one is going to be Trainz 2022. And that's not rock solid, but yeah, Railroader is definitely, well, I explained the differences. The differences between the 3 are Railroader is not a sim. I don't consider it a sim. It's a game. There's a money aspect to it. It's about making money so you can expand the railroad. Let's bring this to a stop. Let's talk about this for just a moment. So for those people that are brand new to Railroader, this is in early access. It's available on Steam. And I definitely highly recommend it. For early access game, it's spot on, excellent. I have no complaints. So anyway, this is what you're trying for. You get discounts on cars, tracks, all the supplies. But what we want to do is we want to build this particular railroad, and the locations. Let me see. We'll finance first. So this is your P&L sheet for any of those who know P&L. But this is your P&L sheet. And what we're looking at is how much we've made just on day 17. It's basically the costs. So yep, I paid off my loan, and that's another story. So Whittier Sawmill made over $2,000 on that delivery. That allowed us. We have an engineer. That's whenever you use the AI, you got to pay the engineer. We have 3 individuals that work at the services. A lot of times, it's very easy work for them right now, but they get paid. That's $45 right there. That's a lot of money back in this day as being modeled. And then I bought some cars. That's what that is. And the rest of this is all money that I made by dropping off cars, doing passenger cert, dropping off passengers. And that was day 2. And that was not a live stream, but it was definitely a stream that, I mean, I put it up there. So give that one a look too. And there's a really good conversation on that one with an actual railroader. Works for I think CSX. So anyway, this is where we're at. And then, of course, the milestones as we build this railroad, the milestones that I'm working toward. Well, first and foremost, close this off. Plan is to make money. I need another, where'd it go? Right here. I need another coach for passenger service. The passenger demand is pretty high. I'm leaving passengers at the stations. That's a station right there. Oh, wait, no. I mean, where am I at? That's not the station. That's the station. So I'm leaving passengers at the station, and this is still day 17. I've got 24 passengers at this little tiny station right here in Ela. Ella? I don't know. I'll keep going back and forth how to pronounce that. So passenger service is critical. So I've got 2 cars now, an 84-seater and a 25-seater. So I need to get another 84-seater. I want to make sure that I have room for expansion before I'm needed to buy another one. And then we're looking at maybe another engine down the road. I'm thinking switcher, and I'm thinking for Dillsboro. And when I get that one, then I'm going to change the loadout that comes in from the interchange from already pre-sorted for each individual industry to completely hostile, which means that I got to pull it from the interchange up to Dillsboro Yard and then do flat switching. That's where multiplayer comes in. So, and that's kind of what my guest on part 2, day 17, part 2 did while I was running the passenger service. He was doing some flat switching for me, and he kind of organized some cars and everything, got them ready to go for this little push. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch this. And we need to go forward here. That one. Okay, we're lined and locked. All right, so do I play prototypically or should I just be casual today? Or somewhere in between. I was making fun of the engineer day 3 or on part 3. No, that engineer was me. So I guess we'll continue those. Let's go forward. Whenever you're ready, sir. I'm giving him the signal. All right, he's coming forward. Get the bell on since we're near the station there. We got to assume that there's people. That'd be kind of nice if they do that. Well, some people, it'll obviously increase the demand on the processors and on the system, but hey, have some people like kind of milling about. Traffic on the road would be nice to see a car go by every once in a while. Just sort of extra life on the map. But we do have it already. You see the grass is waving in the breeze, trees are waving in the breeze. I mean, this is a very pretty game. On in, we're at a little bit fast. Let's slow it down. There we go. We're connected. Oh, I just noticed I didn't put a handbrake on. You can kill the bell. Oh, are you stopped? Can I go between the cars? Thank you. He'll learn someday. I mean, he was an abused child. I think he was dropped on his head at one time. All right, so we got error. We're good to go. We got no errors. I look down here for errors. It gives me an indication that maybe an angle cock is open somewhere. There is none. And if there was a purple tick mark down here, that means there'd be a handbrake set. Like if I click on that handbrake, you see the purple right there. So we're going to go ahead and remove that handbrake. And let's pull back. I'm going to come back nice and slow because I don't want to hit that bumper, but I will be able to fit everything in this little spur right here, so I can push forward and then back and then forward and on to Bryson. All right, sir, you're getting the signal from me. I'm waving at him. You can come on back. 3 hoots to acknowledge and bell on, and he's coming back. What's up, Hank? Well, no, I normally wake up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, normally my alarm is set. I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. I was waking up earlier. I decided to give myself a break. And then I actually, well, it was weird. I woke up at exactly 7 o'clock this morning, my time. So you're East Coast, I'm West Coast. So what kind of, you know. But I needed to get up early because I got a 2-stream day coming. So as I finish this little 2-hour stream, I'm going to come over and I'm going to come onto your map, buddy. Coming over, I've got to jump over and finish what I started. I need to get those rest of those I think it was like maybe 8 cars at that plant. I need to pull those out. And I have a suggestion. I'll talk to you about that. For that plant. I saw what you did, but I have a suggestion for you. See what you think. So that's just the way I am, buddy. I see something and it's like, Our brother's the same way. He looks at something and he goes, how can we make this better? Would this be better? Always ask questions. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but you always ask questions. All right, let's push forward. We're going to go ahead. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going the wrong way. That needs to be lined and locked that way. It's this one I need to change. Come on, farmer. And I'm doing this without even a full cup of coffee in me. So if I make mistakes, I do it so you guys don't have to. Learn from my mistakes. All right, we're going to come up here and we'll come past the crosswalk. I'm standing here. Okay, everybody, train coming through. All right. And he didn't blow his horn to let me know he stopped. But, okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and come forward. He's coming off the brake. I'm signaling him that's okay. And he's pushing forward. We'll get the bell going there. But, yeah, I actually, I pulled that long line of cars. Those 3 SD40s were actually, I thought it was going to be a little bit of a struggle. But no, those 3 SD40s pulled that string up perfect. I could have got, in fact, if I had known about that little spur in the back, and that's my fault for not really looking at that area well, I could have pulled those all up as well too. So, but the plan is, I'm going to finish that. Get those other cars up there, and then I'm going to flip a coin, and I'm either going to continue working in Crescent and get some of those cars down to the lumber yard, and other things, and maybe even switch some, kind of change some things out over there, do some flat switching, and then, or I'm going to come to Rose Yard and help you clean that up. All right, let's go and do a stop. Actually, we got cars connected. We'll use train brake. Come do a stop. He's at a stop. All right. He says it is okay to flip the switch. All right, that switch is flipped. We're going to run down here. This one is, oh, we didn't line and lock it back for mainline service. What if another train came by? Well, that's in the way. Okay, I gave myself mainline authority, but then again, I am the only train running right now. All right, telling him it's okay to back up. He acknowledges signal. He's coming back. So we hit the tab key. We get the little tags above the cars. So these 3 are going back. We're going eastbound to the Sylva interchange. Those 2, like I said, we're going to go to Appalachian Hardwood. You can hover on the tag, and you can see up there in the upper left-hand corner, it kind of tells me where they need to go. And if I actually scroll and move the camera, I think, no, not quite, way off. See right there? Yeah, not really, but it will tell you if you look at it straight on. how far away it is you need to go. Kind of gives you that clue. So I like Railroader because you have to know your route. The map is... I like to leave the map the way it is, guys. If you're a developer watching this, you know, leave the map the way it is. Other than tightening up, if I hit Control T on the map to jump to a point, kind of tighten that up a little bit so I land exactly where my cursor is pointing. I'll put my cursor, the tip of my cursor on a track and jump to it, and I'll be in the forest like about a mile away. So, all right, and we'll come that to a stop. That'll do. Go stop. Ignore that little extra toot. He's had too many cups of coffee. All right, we are gonna ride this down, hook up to those 2 cars, and we're heading to Bryson. All righty. How you doing this morning, Hank? Did you get proper beauty sleep? I'm gonna tell you, it was kind of cool having an armchair in your on your server last night. He sure enjoys that map as well. I'm really, as I get to know it, I'm really starting to enjoy it too. It's decent. It's challenging. So, and I have to do. I might do. It's up in the air. I may do another stream tomorrow, probably on Sunday. But I've got to. I got to try to swap some monitors around, play with the server a little bit, get that ready. Down under at least 3 miles an hour, not to a complete stop. I could actually, you know what I could do? I'll show you guys. Well, we'll go to orders, yard, half a car, go push in. Perfect. All right, we'll go back to manual here. You can kill the bell. Down. Let's lace her up. That's open. The only one that's not open, and there should be. It's not there. There it is. All right, handbrake release. We're going to jump up and get on this car here. We're going to ride it looking at it this way. Yeah, not prototypical, but we get to see the scenery. All right, and we're going to be pushing forward. Going to break off. Go ahead. Also, it's going to allow me to look and see the switches. So as we go over any other switches on our way to Bryson, make sure that they're line and lock for mainland service. So it would be a straight shot all the way. Nope, ugly as ever. Well, that's, you know, that's me, man. Everybody's always told me all my life that I've got a great voice and I should be in radio. And I said, you know what? You're not wrong, because I have a face for radio. All right, cold cup of coffee done. Let's make a hot one. Oh, where's my packet of sugar here? Adjust the reverser just a bit, a little more efficient. Alrighty. You can kill the bell now. Happiness is a Keurig on your desk. I'm just saying, guys. And there's the first bridge. If you're not familiar with Railroader, when you come up, it stops right here on the map, and you have to bring in three sets of cars. So it's a three-phase project, and that's the next one coming up, to build this bridge to continue on to Bryson. So if we are going to look at milestones, that's the next one coming up, is the Bryson Bridge line to Fontana. And the first, I mean, I've got the money right now. I could buy this one, and when I go to day 18, the cars will be down in the interchange yard to come, and I got to bring them all the way up to Bryson. So that'll make that string really, really long, but I'm not quite ready yet to do that. Like I said, because when I do that, honestly, the passenger service is going to jump, and I'm already leaving passengers at the station. I'm leaving money on the table. I can't do that anymore. I've gotta be able to service my passengers 100%. That's what we're trying for on the Lazy Farmer Railroad here. We're going to service those passengers 100%. All right, sir. I'll be here. All right, and then so we've got the first phase one is $1,500, but we also have the signals from Whittier to Bryson, and that's $7,500. So, and then the car, if we look at the car, bring that up, I'm looking at purchasing this one. Oh, it's already up. So that's another 50, so we'll just call it $6,000. So $6,000, $8,000, we're rounding up, $8,000 to do that, and $1,500, 2,000, so 6, that's okay, so we're at 14,000 and 2,000, so we're at 16,000. Oh wait, hang on, I want to get a switcher. I'm looking at, not this one, I'm actually looking at this one down here. It has a little bit better attractive effort than the diesel SW1. But yeah, that's $22,000, $23,000. So I don't want to do it all at once. I mean, that's what's on the line here. But the first thing is a passenger car. Next thing is going to be, next will be. Hello, I just drew a blank. Next will be probably this. Well, I am thinking the switcher down in Dillsboro, and you'll. And that's just because once I build the bridge to Fontana, the amount of cars are going to increase, which means I'm probably going to have to get rid of this. Oh, I'm traveling way too fast. Farmer, what are you doing? Down under 30. There we go. So, but anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to stick to it. And I don't want to take out loans. I had to take out a loan because I wasn't paying attention. The locomotive I'm currently using right now, I hit a car kind of hard. So I had to repair the locomotive. I had to repair the passenger cars. That costs money. And in the meantime, I'm down a locomotive. I have two. The other one is my tank Mikado that I'm using for logging. So I had to buy, well, I had a 10-wheeler. That's the one that got damaged, not the one I'm using. I forgot. I'm using the Consolidated right now. So yeah, no, so I had to buy the Consolidated, and she's good. I like her. Not too much on the high speed, but she's got some pulling power, but she is a thirsty beast. So even before I head to leave Bryson, I am going to have to stop and make sure that she is topped off on coal. She's not too thirsty on the coal, or not thirsty, hungry. She's not too hungry on the coal, but she is definitely thirsty on the water. So And with depending on the longer your string of cars, the more she's going to use. So it's like, okay, before I leave Bryson, I'm coming up pretty light. I got 5 cars total, 2 on the front, 3 on the rear. I'll probably go back with probably 5, I think. We'll look at the switch list here. All right, that one got set out, so we can remove that one. So I got one sitting down at Dillsboro. There is one at Bryson, and I got 2 more at Bryson. So I'll be leaving. I'm gonna be dropping 2 and picking up 3. So, and then we'll take a look at the station and see what else needs to be worked. If anything else is turned in the time frame. So, it is. One day is I have it set one day, 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning. So we started at 6 o'clock in the morning on day 17. It is now 5 minutes to 3 military time. And for those of you that are looking at your fingers trying to figure it out, just subtract 12. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Look over and all of a sudden half my viewers left. What is up? Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. I needed to go into here. Well, we're going to go ahead. We're just going to keep our cars with us. I was going to drop those 3 off, but definitely want to come in here to the Bryson yard. And eventually I want to get a switcher down here. So start doing some multiplayer. I can have somebody jump on a switcher down here and start switching out all the industries. Basically be the Bryson local. Have a Dillsboro local. I'll work Sylva and Wilmot. Oh. And when I come back, I'll just have, I'll come back and set everything up and move some cars around. But I wanted to come in here, and I got to come in anyway because there's the coaling tower, there's the water tower. I got to come in back into this track here. There's my roundhouse. Roundhouse number 1. Roundhouse number 2 is down in Dillsboro. And there's my passenger service there, sitting on the repair track, getting preventative maintenance done. Pretty. But yep, I need another one of those cars right there. Okay. Rest of this is already lined locked. I don't think I have anything down in here. Nope, nothing's red down there, so I don't have anything to pick up down there. We're good there. Alright, making the trip. Let's go ahead. This is all down here, so we're just going to coast. I believe that that's the line where I have to go up and head to Fontana, I believe. There's something over here too on the map. Yeah, see, you got 2 different, well, it's here and then off this way, so we'll see. We'll see how it develops. It'll be interesting. Alright, let's bring this to a rough stop. Let's see, what do I gotta do? I can see right now I got 1 sitting right there that needs to come out. And that's G3A, okay. G3A and R1. So I got some switching to do. So the first one is G3A. G3A, if I remember, is down here. And I think it's right up, this is an easy one. Okay, this one will be right up to the dock. So let's take a look, and you can hover on the tabs. You'll see the track light up yellow. I'm coming to G3A, so if I hover on that, you can see where I got to put it right next to that dock. So this is going to be the easy one. Quick, simple, and easily done. Let's go ahead and just push in. Okay, well, Stony, I am sorry I don't have a translator for that, and that's where I need I need my mod. She's still asleep to actually do the translation. But I got something from Brazil. Thank you. I did get a lot of viewers. I have a lot of viewers down in Brazil. That blew my mind when I saw that in the analytics. But welcome to the stream anyway. You're more than welcome. Maybe a little Google Translate help out the lazy farmer, because right now I'm too lazy to translate that. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you very much. Let's go ahead and come to a stop. And as soon as we stop in the upper left-hand corner, we should see. I like to bring this right about here. All right. We good? There it is. $68 for having this here. Now, we can bring up this screen here, the console. So, $68. I don't think I have the tier raised on this one. Appalachian Hardwoods. Let's take a look. I want locations, and then we'll come down here. Appalachian Hardwoods, Tier 1. Yeah, Tier 1, no change. I can go to Tier 2 or Tier 3, make some extra money. I'm going to go Tier 3. Let's bump that one up. All right, so tomorrow, day 18, we'll start that one. And since I'm here looking at this, let's look at Great House, coal and supply, Tier 2, no change on that one. Standard oil, Tier 2, no change on that one. All right, so Appalachian Hardwoods, we're going to jump them up right up to Tier 3, make some extra money. So, all right, and it's just about doing it in a timely manner, and if we can keep working on getting everything done in a day, we'll be good. Let's go ahead and set the handbrake while we're here. Perfect. I'm going to jump down. Look at Superman jumping down to the dock. Hey guys, what's going on? All right. Handbrake is set. We're going to go ahead and close that angle cock, open the couplers. And now we're going to do a little bit of, so I'm kind of switching out. And I think what I'm going to do is we are going to, this one's got to go in there. I'm thinking about my switching here, but I want to pull, I was thinking about pulling this, hooking up, pulling both of these out, and then leaving this on the track, pushing this one and this one in, and that should put this one here with the new one on the outside. I need to switch them around. I want this one where it's at because this is going to process out before the new one does. So a little bit of planning, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal. All right, let's go back and come on back. Come on. All right, actually, when we get these guys to come to a stop, we're going to go ahead and clean up the switch list a little bit. We delivered that one freight car. And there it is. That one's done. All right. All right, let's go ahead. He's at a stop. We're going to go ahead and push this in. We're going to come forward to a couple. Pull both of these out. Set the one in the back over here. And then both these, we're just going to push both these back in. I'm not going to worry about swapping them. So this will be an easy move. We just do it that way. All right. All right. I was going to use the yard thing, but I closed it out. Farmer. All right, slow them down. Get down below 3 miles an hour. Not that far below. Do a couple. That's good. $82 for that delivery. I'm not even done yet. All right, let's go ahead and connect that, and we'll open this and come down here to the last one. This got the handbrake set on it. Go. All right. Switch list. You can get that one. Consider that one delivered. All right, bring it to a stop. He says he stopped. All right, thank you. We're going to go ahead and flip the switch. Put it back into normal. Push back our pickup right back down here. Stop right about here. Yeah, I agree, Hank. You know what? And that's one. I have Derail Valley, and I like Derail Valley. You know what? I'll be honest with you. What took me away from Derail Valley was Run8. Which is what I'm going to stream this afternoon. And yes, I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming into that one, Hank. I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you a heads up right now. So, yep, you're gonna be a part of it. Yep, you are. Nope, nope, nope. Don't run. Don't hide. Stay where you're at. But I like Derail Valley. And I think the thing about Derail Valley that maybe probably makes me not want to go back to it on a regular basis is, yeah, the economic system. I didn't even consider that, but it's kind of geared toward you're going to derail. That's why the name. You know, it's about, okay, it's not very forgiving. You're gonna derail. You know, tanker cars explode if you do something wrong. I mean, I think on my version of it that I've been playing, there's a caboose laying like way down over here somewhere. You know, so first, but he shouldn't have said that one for me. I know. Well, like I said, dragging, kicking, and screaming. we will come and get you. So you may not even know when I stream. We just might have a good old time switching Rose Yard, and I'm like, okay, then I'll end my stream, and you'll be, what? All right. Now we're just going to put these two back, and so they can continue being processed. Pick that up, and then we're going back to Bryson. That's really interesting. This is something that they need to fix. A little bit of a glitch. I need to go on their Discord channel, let them know. Because there isn't, this asset's used in a couple of different places, like right there. But for some reason, you're not able to run up the ramp. You run into it and come to a stop. But other places you can run up the ramp. So they need to take a look at that. But like I said, it's early access, and they've done just fine. All right, I gave him the go-ahead to come on in. He's seen my signal. How? I don't know, because I can't even see him, and we don't have radios in this era. I think the other thing, too, about Derail Valley is that, well, the locomotives are, well, and the locomotives and the cars, I mean, you know, that's kind of, and I'm not taking anything away from you, you know, whoa, slow down. Don't hit the bumper. All right, let's go ahead and push back a little bit more so I can get, in case I bring another one, I have to bring another one here. Talking. I can't talk and drive a train at the same time, guys. I'm just telling you. That's where most of my mistakes happen. But I was saying, you know, nothing about European style cars and train locomotives. That was the other thing. I just like, I can't equate. I just don't see it. All right, so those are, but don't get me wrong though. I mean, all that's me. That's my personal feelings. Derail Valley, especially since it's no longer in early access, and yeah, it's now you know, they call it a simulator, which I guess it could be. I don't know. I still think it's got that flavor of a game. It is a fine game. It really is. You know, and you know, hey, give it a try, and if you like it, stream it. Let's get it out there. Let's help those developers. Oh wait, no, yeah, I'm going to go reverse. Kind of gave me an opposite. I thought I was pushing. Then we'll go stand on the back of the tender, and we'll go pull into the yard. Drop these cars, go fill this thing up. And then we'll get ready to have to take a look and see if we have anything else in the Bryson area that we need to grab and drag down to Sylva. All right, you can come to a stop there, buddy. You know, I'm going to start calling this engineer Hank. Stan. Because after you left last night, Armchair and I, we were blaming you for every one of our mistakes. I broke 3 couplers last night, and it was all your fault. Just saying, Hank. You know, and what was weird is only one coupler was broken. The train just came apart in 2 different places. And that was only and that was after I got it to Crescent. And I realized I hadn't thrown the switch to come into track number 1. Oh, come on. Really? Let's do it the right way. Let's go ahead and bring up this panel. I'm going to go to yard. Tell them to go forward half a car. Perfect. All right, he's going to come to a stop. We're going to go back to manual mode. And that's another thing that they kind of need to work on as well too, is that whether it's manual or AI, the consumption of water and coal needs to be consistent. And trust me, the way I run these trains, it's showing me that I'm more efficient with the water and the coal than what they are. So, all right, let's go ahead and come off of the independent brake. We are good to go. Let's go back. I'm going to go get on board. We're looking pretty good on coal. But I have from past experience, yeah, we're almost 2,700 gallons of water. I can tell you right now, with a nice long string of cars, there is no way we are going to make it all the way down to Sylva. And we'll probably have to stop in Whittier just to top water off. But we'll fill with coal, we'll fill with water, and we'll make our way. Happy Saturday, everybody. Did I stir my coffee? I did, but okay. All right, let's make adjustment to that. Pull our reverser up just a little bit. That way the exhaust valve doesn't have to throw as far. It's a little more efficient use of steam. So 6 cars, 193 tons. I don't think it's truly 6 cars. I think, well, they think they consider the tender a car. So you got the tender and then 5 cars. You know, I just reminded myself of a question you asked me a while back, Hank, about whether there's, you can use keyboard commands. Yes, you can. But I'm doing everything point and click with the mouse. All right, we're going to reverse that switch because I want to come into the yard. I have to be careful. I want to make sure that I do not go down the repair track. Wonder what they're going to use this for over here. And this one's reversed. Technically, it's interesting that they call that reverse because technically that would be straight. This would be a divergence, so that would be reversed. So bell on here. We're actually in the yard, so inside yard limits. So we're going to let anybody that may be working here inside the yard know that there's a moving train. Okay, that one switched the way I want it. Perfect. And we're going to go this way. And then that's going to take us into a little yard over here. Perfect. We're set up. Awesome. Okay. So I do have a pickup over here, I can tell already. I got one over here as well too. But we're going to jump over, and once we get this into, I want to go down. Let's go down this one. But once we get in here and get this come to a stop, I will go over to the yard office over here, the depot, get my, see what needs to be added to the switch list, make sure it's added. Alright, bring them to a slow, nice and steady stop. And because we just picked up from Appalachian Hardwoods. Is it empty? Oh, it's empty. Who cares? They're empty. We can hammer it then. Let's break some couplers. Alright. Alright, we've come to a complete stop. Excellent. Let's go ahead and set some handbrakes because we're going to uncouple, go get our switch list, and do our pickups. I think I'm going to change, after I get the switch list, I'm going to jump down and just see where the sawmill's at. Get an idea. Alright, let's go get our switch list. Over here, click on that. Freight. Alright, Bryson Freight. Yeah, we're going to add this one. Bryson Freight House and Bryson Heath. So we got 2. Everything else, this is in the Bryson yard. These 4 are the ones that I already have. So, alright. So I have 4. So actually counting, okay, so when they say 6, they count the locomotive as well too in that total tonnage. So I have 4 cars, the tender. So that's 6. Okay, I see what you guys are doing. I see what you're throwing down. Let's go ahead and let's go grab this one. Well, actually the easiest one, the first one we grab would probably, let's go, whoa, easy on the camera there, bro. Make me seasick, make myself seasick. Then you grab that one, and then we'll pull out and we'll grab the other one, and then we'll connect. We'll just do it that way. So, which that also tells me too that our next string of cars that we get from the Atlantic Railroad, going to have some more cars for Bryson. All right, let's climb up. Yeah, I never. What does this look like? Green, red, green, off. Okay, interesting. Yes, I should set those to red as we're backing our way down. So it'd be like having a Fred flashing rear end device or an EOT, end of train device on the back end of the thing. But once again, it all depends on how prototypical you wish to play. Headlight. Turn the light on. Should have the light on. I've been running without the light on, running in reverse. Shame on you, farmer. Shame. Hang your head in shame. Yeah, they do. Do they also consider the local as a car? Yeah, they do. I mean, that's the thing I was looking at because I'm 2 cars. What do I have? I'm just by myself, so it's the locomotive and the tender is considered 2 cars. And I think the tonnage, we're going to take a look at it. Right now I'm at 102 tons. So when I add coal and water, I want to see how much this goes up, and if they, if they're actually considering the weight of water and the weight of coal in that tonnage as well too. So at which point, that means that in the future, as the consists get longer and longer, I'm going to have to consider the weight of the locomotive, the weight of the tender, and what they're carrying, along with the weight of the consist to figure out, okay, what's going to be the best locomotive. So, and that's why now I'm thinking that, kill the bell, buying the Consolidated, which was a workhorse in its day, May not have been my best purchase, to be honest with you. I mean, it's an okay purchase. I just don't think it was my best purchase. I could have gotten something with a little more guts, little less water usage, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to line all these to normal. See, these are right. This is considered normal going straight along this way. Going off on a divergent route, that would be considered reversed. Like this one, okay. That's green, which would be normal. Red is reversed. This is still considered normal. This would be considered reversed. So they got these wrong. I believe they got these wrong. So now you want to see an unsafe practice? Here it is. I'm going to ride right. Whoop! I just jumped off of it. Get up here. I'm going to ride right up here. How's that for an unsafe practice? Right. Hank, you can go forward. Hank says okay. Oh, you know what? I need this one. Flipped straight down that track. I thought it was down. I knew better. Alright, the warning is out. Alright, I'm going to have to come and slowly bring this one to a stop because, well, let's see if I can hit it. There it goes. See, now that one says reversed. Technically, if it's going to go straight, that's normal. I need to look that up. Oh, and don't tell Quincy either, too. I haven't, I didn't do my reading on the GCOR today. So, based on the GCR, the very first chapter of the GCR is all about safety and common sense. Yeah, this would get me fired, writing right here. But it's my railroad. I can do what I want. I'm the president and owner. I'm not only an owner, I'm a member. So, writing on this side too, yeah, this is how you get yourself killed. It's still early. You can read it while driving in Run 8. Yep. We can know what I'm doing wrong. Ooh, nice touch. I'll give myself a 10 out of 10 for that couple. Nice touch. Came in under mile. Just a gentle little. Barely even moved the car. Is it empty or? No, it's empty. Dang it, I thought we had something in. All right, let's go ahead. And we are not going to air this one up right now. Not yet anyway. So what I'm going to do is hold down the left control and left click and make sure that I'm bled. Bleed the air out of the cylinder so it releases the brakes. You know, and the cool thing is, if I actually had set it up, you would actually see the brakes right here. You'd see them move. They actually modeled that. You would see this move. So, yeah, that's a little attention to details like that. That honestly, amazing. I like that. The light keeps knocking me off. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off, knocking me off. All right, let's go ahead and go in. Oh, you know what? I got it. Look at it. I'm going to have the error symbol because I'm not airing up and I didn't throw the angle cock. But what I didn't do was remove the handbrake, so I have to go do that. Which is something I always forget in Run 8 as well, too. So, hey, at least I'm consistent. I'm consistent in making the mistakes so you guys don't have to. Yeah, that's my model. You know what else I forgot to do too? And this is, I just jumped over the, okay, calm down with the jumping, bro. All right. So, and the other thing I forgot to do too, that, hey guys, I usually do this in the beginning and at the end, but I'll do it now. So if you like the content and you wish to know more from the Lazy Farmer in both Run 8 and Railroader and and I'm still working on it. Trainz 2022 is coming, but I'm not ready to do that yet. Please go ahead, click that subscribe button, click the notification so you know when I'm streaming. Give me thumbs up, helps the analytics. And if you know of anybody, your friends, your family, your enemies that like trains, simulators, model railroading, anything like that, go ahead and share my videos. You have my permission. Thank you very much. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. What am I saying? I don't even schedule my programming. I just do it. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull out. If I hadn't bled the cylinders on that car, we would not be able to, because it's railroading. It's not like trucks, not like big rig trucks. You have to have air to apply the brakes, not release the brakes. So, all right, here we go. Oh, I didn't do this. And I didn't do this. So, I think, you know what? Yeah, the station master is calling me, and I think he's got a piece of paper for me to sign. I'll sign it later, buddy. I'm busy. Got things to do. I get that one. We'll push in, connect to these. I'll uncouple, go down and fill with water and coal, and then we will head our way down. I've got more cars waiting in Whittier to go to Sylva, so when we get to Whittier, we'll top off. Coal will be fine, but we'll top off with water. Yeah, I don't think I have, I think everything's empty. I don't think I have any load. That'd be a kind of nice thing to have on these tags. Honestly, now I think about it. I can hover on the car and it tells me, but the tag came up and, you know, it should just say empty. MTY. That'd be nice. Am I being picky? No, just an idea. I throw out ideas. Some stick, some don't. Push back a little bit more, a little bit faster here. We'll leave these lined the way they are, because we'll come back this way with that other car. This one, bro. There we go. All right, I'm going to jump off the tender at about 10 miles an hour. That's right, 9.5 miles an hour. Yet I didn't break a leg or nothing. How about that? Why? Because I'm an Iron Man. I know Kung Fu. I never missed a show. Train brake, and there's no air to that car, so I can't use train brakes. It's all independent brakes. All right, let's come on back. Up to the car. All right. Cool. Grab that one, then come back, connect, go down there, get water and coal, and we're out of here. So I think the majority, everything here, except for the ones going up to Connelly Creek, when we get into Whittier, I'll check those and add that. Because that, I've got, those are going to go to the Pulpwood, Spur, Connery Creek Sawmill R1. I don't know if I'm going to put them on R1. I think I'm going to put them up on R2 because L2, those cars are ready. And then I got one. So we'll check. When we get down to Whittier, we'll check the, I'll just wait. I was going to jump down there and look at the, how we're doing on the logging on the sawmill. They should be empty. They sped up, with the last update, they sped up how fast the sawmill processes logs. So it takes about an hour to load the logging cars. I don't know how long it's going to take for the pulpwood cars. I'm hoping it's going to be the same amount of time. Let me guess. Oh, I thought I had, looks like, I thought I had 2 cars here, but I only have 1. Okay. Light touch on the independent. I'll slow it down. We're below 5 miles an hour now. Right there's the indicator. Coming on back. Down below 3. Down below 2. Should be a nice, easy connection. And boom. Alright. Alright, thanks, Hank. Got that nice little, said we're ready to go ahead. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure our angle cocks are thrown, even though we're not airing these up right now. And same thing, pull this up, make sure that that cylinder is bled as well, so we can move it. Down here, oh, we already went and looked at the Bryson station master. I don't want to talk to him. He's got to write up for me for not using my bell on the horn, right? Actually, Hank's behind the controls of this locomotive, so change that name to Hank. All right, I'll leave you alone for the rest of the day, Hank. I'll stop picking on you. All right, let's go ahead and pull backwards. Oh, how about the handbrake? Once again, I'm consistent. I always forget the handbrake. Here we go. Actually, I want to ride the car. Because you're a smart man. Oh, I'm going to get smacked by a telephone pole. Ow! I got slippers now. Cool beans. All right, what are we at here in the way of our finances right now? 2100. We started at 17. We're at 2100 right now. Nice, nice. We're at 1771. Oh no, actually we're a little bit more. Well, this was saying 1771, but I already delivered Stenzel yesterday on yesterday's stream, so that would have been 1924. But an Ela farm, so something, I don't know. This is weird because the only deliveries I did was this. But anyway, we're at 21. I'll take it. 2157. And I don't think, looking, sawmill, $400, so we got some money for the sawmill. but there's more. We'll usually get about a little over $1,000 just on logs alone. I'm going to be interesting to see when I make my first delivery of the pulpwood to the paper mill down in Sylva with on cars that I own from a logging camp that I own, how much I'm going to make. And eventually, depending on how much I make, as long as I keep those going back and forth, those cars will eventually pay for themselves. So buying a car, and like the same thing with the passenger car too. That's going to be a heck of an investment. So I think it probably won't be, not going to be today. Probably won't be tomorrow on day 18. I'm thinking day 19 or 20 is when I can buy that car. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this to a stop. And the engineer says we can go ahead and throw the switch, which we just did. Give him the signal. He's going to go ahead and, oh, he's going to, I'm saying push back because in the direction where the cars are, but where he's actually in the direction where the locomotive is facing, we're going to go forward. But you guys get it. You guys get it. I believe I need to go that way, and then I need to make sure that that switch right there, which I can't click right now, I go down so I can connect to those two cars. And then it's just a matter of getting water and coal. Alright, we can kill the bell. They know we're coming. Alright, Hank, man, enjoy your lunch. I guess it's lunchtime for you. So go eat. Enjoy, put your feet up. And I will see you in Run 8 later. Which is going to be in now. I'm not going to stream it, but just let you guys know that I am going to do a test on my server. Network test today. So Hank doesn't know that. He's gone to go eat, so he's not listening right now. And but yeah, we'll see if I can get him, and if I can get Mr. White, I'll send a message to Mr. White. Hopefully he's not working today and he can come join us. So, but on this afternoon stream, well, we will be streaming Run 8 Train Simulator. So if you're not familiar with Run 8 and you want to see a modern day train simulator, and it is a simulator, there is no financial component to it. It is a flat out simulator of modern day railroading, relatively modern day, 1995 to 2005 era. So I'm going to be jumping onto the Pittsburgh line because that's Hank's server. He needs help. He definitely needs help. So we're going to go look at that. And it's actually a pretty cool. I mean, I have to admit, the Pittsburgh line's a lot of fun. Mine is going to be CSX Mohawk Selkirk. That one's a lot of fun. I think that's a hidden gem. I honestly do. And it's wide open for configuration. Unlike all the other maps in Run 8. So, and then I need to test, like I said, I'll be testing my network for the server, and then I got to do a test, see if my theory works on how to route a train into a yard that is not controlled by the AI. I think it can be. I honestly, I have hopes. I have hopes. All right, we're coming up. Let's go ahead and slow this down. We're just below 3 miles an hour. As we get there, we'll get down to this about closer to 2. Get a little bit softer touch. So, and the reason I keep saying this, and I'm stressing that I'm slowing down below 3 miles an hour is because I want to show you this piece here on the cars, guys. If I were to hold down the left control and click, condition 100% means there's nothing wrong with this car. Well, if you hit and couple way too fast, too hard, not only will you damage this car, you'll damage this car. These cars belong to the Class 1 railroad. So you'll end up getting dinged uh, on to have these repaired by the Class 1 railroad. So that'll cost you money. If these were cars that you own, then same thing. You got to put them on the repair track to get them repaired. And yes, that costs you money. So that's why everything you do, you're going to either earn money or you're going to lose money. This is why I say, this is a game. It's a financial component. It's an economic game. But a Railroad Tycoon, that was the name that I was trying to think of last night as I was talking with Hank. If you guys are familiar with Railroad Tycoon, that's kind of what this is like. So you expand your railroad, and on Railroad Tycoon, you're looking at the map. You're looking at a map, and you're expanding your railroad on the map, and then you're sending trains. But you actually don't get to see the trains do the work. Railroader is like Railroad Tycoon, but now you're down here at the train level, and you get to play the trains. You get to move the cars, but it's the same thing. As you do the work, you earn money, and then you'll see this go up. So, and once we return the cars to Sylva, every car that has to go back to Sylva, we'll get money for delivering those back to Sylva to the interchange. So that'll be a good chunk of change. So we might get close to $3,000. I need, 6,000 is what I need. And here's the reason why I say 6,000. Oh, wrong one. So if I want, my next purchase is going to be this car, the 84-seat passenger car. I explained earlier in the stream that, hey, I'm leaving passengers at the station. I don't have enough seats, so I need more seats. And if I expand, when I start to expand the railroad out to Fontana, then that's going to expand my passenger base. So I need to have seats for them to sit so I can make money. The more passengers I carry, the more money I make. Okay, get it? $5,805 is what's going to cost me. Okay. Now I need to keep. Let's come back over here. And if I come to the railroad, I need to keep this at 110% because one, it increased. The higher this goes, I think 110% is the highest. I don't know if anybody's gotten higher out there. If you have, let me know because now I got to work harder. But I think 110% is the highest you can go. So that increases this, okay, your discount. So, which means that actually this car would actually cost me a little over $6,000, but because I got the discount for my reputation, it's only going to cost me $5,800. I'm saying $6,000 by the car because when I purchase the car, I don't want to go to zero on the amount of money I have. I need to have cash on hand, at least $45, for my 3 repair guys that are in my, the 3 repair facilities that I have. Even though they're standing around twiddling thumbs right now. And then if I have to order more coal to have that come in, it's worth it, guys, just to keep this at 110. So if you go 100, 100, 100, so safety. I've got dinged on this at one time. That's 30% of your reputation. You can hover on it, tells you 40% of your overall reputation, and then 40% of overall reputation. So 80, that's 40, 80, and another 3 is 110. So it looks like 110% is as high as we can go. All right, I just figured that out right in front of you guys. Look at that. I almost know what I'm doing. Operations here. This says day 15 to 16. This is what we did at the end of day 16. So we're on day 17. So, but 32 freight deliveries. That includes cars going back to Sylva, cars being set out at industries, and then 169 passengers. And imagine that. This is the number I'm looking at right here. I need that car so I can raise more. And you know what? The more passengers I can carry, the more money I make. And they even set up the economics that if I'm picking passengers up here in Bryson and I'm taking them down to Sylva, the farther they have to go, the more money you make. So you need keep an eye on that. And If I was really on my game, I would have had that car already, to be honest with you. If I was really on my game, I would never had to take out a loan, and that's why I would have the car. Okay, so we're already uncoupled, and we can tell that by here if I look down there. Go ahead and go in reverse. We're gonna go fill up on water and coal now. Let's go ride unsafe. So what do I have? I got maybe 6 cars sitting there, 5 cars, and I got more sitting down. I got 8 cars sitting down in Whittier. So I'll have 11 cars going back. So if you think on average they're about $60 a car times 11, not a bad chunk of change. Deliver. We'll see what comes up. And I think the farther they have to travel, the more you get. Just like the passengers. Three o'clock. Oh, it's almost 4 o'clock. Let's see, I'm looking at my timer. I usually keep my streams right about 2 hours, so I got about 40 minutes left on this stream. We're doing good. We got plenty of time. I think what I'm going to do is, while this is filling up on coal and water, I'm going to jump down and take a look at the... All right, go to stop. Whoop, wrong one. Independent brake. Independent. There we go. Independent brakes. Okay, release that. Let's go reverse. No, I was going forward. What am I doing? Forgot I'm facing in this direction. Alright, I didn't hit the horn. And you know what? I'm not consistent at, because when I'm not streaming, I don't use it. To be honest with you, I just don't. But for the stream, yeah, I do. I should. I want my streams to be kind of informative. Hopefully, if you guys got questions, feel free to ask, man. Well, you're welcome. You guys are welcome to chat. And of course, in the description, you'll find my Discord channel. So if I'm not live streaming and you come to play and you have a question, you can jump into my Discord channel. And once I get you, just, send me, once you read the rules and say, yeah, you're good, send me an in-game message that you're in there. In which game you want. I haven't set that up yet. I got to work on that as well too. But you'll get a chance to, once I get finished doing that, you get a chance to pick which game you want to, or which program. I'm going to call them program, not game. This is a game. Run8's a simulator. It's a difference. But which one you want to be a part of, and then I'll go ahead and approve you for that. And then at that point, you can send me a message in Discord. I'll respond. And then we do checkout rides. We can possibly get some multiplayer going. I'm not adverse to that. If you come on and, well, proper, 100 miles an hour through the station, yeah, that might get you banned or fired. I'll have a write-up in my Discord channel. All right, but I'm not that overly strict. Straight and go diverge up and go right onto that track right there, which also that goes around and goes into the roundhouse. Someday, as I'm doing this, you're going to look and there's going to be locomotives all lined up. And if I can buy a locomotive and just retire the ones that I'm not using, I'll put them in the roundhouse, because who knows? I may have an accident. Something might happen. I wonder if they would do that too. Increase the amount of randomness. You know what? I've gone past this several times, and I know that I've seen it on the map, but I just Looked over there and said, "Oh, that's where the water pipe's at." So I can come down the main line here, get water, stop and get. I'm doing through on a passenger freight. Passenger freight? What am I talking about? A passenger train. All right, it's official. I need a second cup of coffee, and I'm still working on it. And I just realized too that I need to get to there's a coal mine here on the map. You know what? I'll show you the map too, guys. I didn't do that. Haven't done that yet. What I've done, what you get to start, and all right, we're gonna slow down here. I'm gonna line up. So I'm gonna hit 0. We'll go into this view. Easy moves on the camera there, buddy. Let's go ahead and open the hatch for the water. Coal goes right there in that big open spot. We have several tons in there. You open up Bryson, you're already loaded. All right, we're gonna pull up, and that should do it. I'm gonna do a stop. Oh, we might have to back up a little bit. Oh, if we come off the brakes, so we can back up a little bit. Go. All right, let's go over to the chute. And there comes the coal. I think it's like 30 tons of coal in here, I think. Let's see. Get on this mode. Yeah, 35 tons of coal in there when you open this up. So, but eventually this will empty out, and you'll need to get a car loaded of coal to sit behind it, and it'll empty into the chute. So, and there is a coal mine, so you have to buy coal cars and all that kind of good stuff. There's my dude. All right, automatically stopped. So we carry 7 tons of coal. So we went from 102 tons to 104 tons on this, and that's just from adding coal. So now we're going to add water, and we'll see if this goes up any. Be interesting if it does. Forward, take off the brakes. And you have to line up the spout with the port right there. So, I mean, and it's almost like you have to be spot on. So that should be good enough. Let's lower this. Close enough, it says. It's giving me some water. Awesome. So it doesn't, I mean, I said almost spot on, but it doesn't have to be exactly spot on. So, all right, look at 106 tons. 107 tons. So it is factoring the water too. 808 tons. So we'll see what it comes out to be. 109 tons. 110. He was thirsty. 11. All right, so we carry 4,000 gallons of water in this tender, 7 tons of coal. Overall weight of the tender loaded and the locomotive is 111 tons. And then add that to the weight of your consist. So that's what we really kind of need to factor in when, you know, what's my average weight of on my consist? Okay, I need, what locomotive do I need to purchase in order to be able to do that? All right, let's go ahead and, all right, so I said I was going to stop here. I'm not going to stop here. I'm not stopping the video, guys. Not yet, anyway. What I want to do, bring up the map and talk about this. So, anyway, when you first start the simulator, what you get is Whittier, the interchange yard at Whittier, up the track up to Connelly, which is where your logging is at. And then you get to Ela or Ella, however you want to pronounce it. and you come around, and right here is where it stops. Okay, and so you have to do that 3-phase, order cars in. You got to pay for those cars because you're buying the supplies to expand the railroad. Do it in 3 phases, and then you get the bridge that comes over the river right here, and then it expands out, and then of course you get up to Walker, which is another logging area right here, and then you get to Bryson. Okay, and up to where we were at earlier, where and this goes off this way, and I don't know what's going to go here, but I don't know if it continues this way and comes around, or if it continues this way. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not looking. I'm not looking it up. I know I can go find it, but I'm not going to look it up. I want to be surprised. So anyway, and that's our locomotive right here. Number 10 is our passenger. I've labeled that one number 10. So any locomotive that comes in that's going to pull the passenger cars are going to be in the 10s. So starting with number 10 and number 11 and so on. Freight is in the 20s, so 20, 21, 22, so on. And then logging will be in the 30s. So this is just, you can do whatever you want. You do you. That's what I did. That's what that engine here. So when you have an option, you can either continue this way or you can go this way. And this is the last area, and you'll see this on the map, but it'll be grayed out. And you can buy that. That's one of the options for your milestones, is to buy that. You're buying that back from the mainline train, the Atlantic Class 1 Railroad. So you buy it back. So it gives you the station here in Wilmot. It gives you the station here in Dillsboro. And then the interchange track is right here. And they give you this. I'm not sure what they have planned here, but it's there anyway. So, and then of course you got the little paper mill area right here. You get to work. You got the station to Sylva, and there's a couple of industries as you come along. And then of course, then you can expand, which is what I've done. There's a yard right here now in Dillsboro. This water is indicating, I got water here, and I got water here. There's a roundhouse, so I got a roundhouse down here now. That's what I've done so far, and that's where I'm going, and that's where I plan to continue on. Let's see. I'm not sure where Fontana is in here, but yeah, the next step is to build the bridge to Fontana, and we move on. But before I do that, I want to I got some things to do, and I showed you that earlier in the milestones. Next thing after buying the cars that I need to make sure I'm capturing all the finances, all the money. Yes, I'm a capitalist. Do the signals between Whittier and Bryson, and then we'll start building the bridge to move to Fontana, because it's going to get busier. The more I expand out, the busier. And then all this becomes available to start building. And basically, it's really expanding the railroad all the way out. And my understanding from rumors I've heard, they continue to fill. The plan is once it comes out of early access, and to a full-blown, they have it dialed in, they're going to continue to expand the railroad out and give you more options. So I see a lot of potential. But anyway, I'm going to jump down here, put the mouse cursor right on that locomotive, or near that locomotive, and hit left control NT. We're going to jump. All right, let's get rid of that. And see what I mean? I had the cursor sitting on the locomotive, which is right there. Where am I at? I'm up in the trees. I'm sitting on a branch. All right. So these cars are not processing very fast. Here it is, 3 o'clock, and I thought they would be done by now. I'm kind of concerned. TLFRR, I own these cars. These 2 cars I owned. I own all these as well too. So I just got to put see if you hover on it, it says TLFRR. But you can configure these. I changed the color. Green with gold lettering. That's in honor of, the Green Bay Packers, who are playing my 49ers today. That's my 2 favorite teams in the NFL are playing each other. So, but I have no problem knowing which one I'm going to root for. All right, anyway, so this is still processing. I need to have this finish so I can take these up and go get another one. I'm concerned. already concerned. Somewhere they said they sped it up, and I'm thinking it's not. It seemed like it was the first time, but not. Anyway, all right, let's go back to where I was. Got things to work on. Let's go back and turn the light on. Headlight on. Nope. Rear light on. There we go. And so we're pushing back. Let's do red. I'll do red. Why not? Maybe I'm probably doing that wrong. I need to look up. That's one thing I wanted to look up was how, you don't see a lot of marker lights in today's railroading. But I need to look that up. All right, we're going to go in reverse. We are loaded. Let's go. So pick up the cars, head to Whittier. We'll fill up on water. We'll check coal. Coal should be fine, but we'll definitely top off on water. And we want to go straight through here where it looks like we're all lined and locked the right way. Perfect. I mean, you can play, when you play this, play the way you want. I'm not in a hurry to expand. I guess I'm not in a hurry to expand because I'm just enjoying the challenge of trying to keep my, this railroad, the TheLazyFarmer Railroad, solvent, and not have to take a loan, but I did when I had with some broken equipment. I had to do it. I was actually losing money because your locomotive, when it's broken, will actually use more coal and water than it would be if it was 100%. So I didn't mention that earlier. So you got to keep your equipment in top shape. That's why I park the locomotive in my freight cars on repair tracks, and before I advance the next day, I park this locomotive on a repair track. So that, as far as the simulator is concerned, or to simulate, not the simulator, but because it's a game, but to simulate basically, okay, I'm parking this. It's the end of the day. My repair staff, they work at night, and they're doing maintenance. They're oiling up. They're greasing up. They're polishing. All that good stuff. Keeping the, and that's the other thing too. These things will start to deteriorate in looks as they start to break down. So that's a pretty cool effect. They thought of that. I mean, they actually did that. That if you don't maintain it, they can become looking like a rust bucket. All right, we're going to pull forward. I'm going to run down to the cars here. I have to remember too, when I leave, I need to line and lock the switch to the main line, because the next time I come up here will be with passenger service. That'll be on day 18. And I'll have to say too, if you guys go back and wait, it's on day 17, where are all the other days on his videos? I didn't stream it. I just played. There's a couple of days when I was off on winter break, I just woke up in the morning and I just started playing Railroader, and it didn't stop until almost midnight. So all right, we're gonna slow down. We're at 3 miles an hour. All right, we're under 3. Good, safe touch. Not too bad. A little on the rough side. You can kill the bell now, Joe, bro. Thank you. Oh, wait. There we go. It's now safe to go between the cars. Thank you. Actually, I would do full brake, and into neutral. I have three-stop or three-step. Call that three-step. So, all right. And we got to come down here, take the handbrakes off. Always get the wrong side. Go. Go. All right. Handbrakes off. We've got no errors on the angle cocks. We're good to go. Waving goodbye to the yard master. We're out of here, bub. Lights are on, red and back. Headlights on, so they know anybody coming looking at. Oh, this guy's coming right at us. All right, but I'm probably doing that one wrong. I said I'll have to look up marker lights. All right, taking off the brakes. We're actually facing backwards, so we're going to go in reverse. All right, let's keep it under 10. We're still in the yard. So we went from 111 tons, 2 cars, locomotive and tender, added 6 cars, up to a 248 tons, heading down to Whittier. Okay, this can stay, that switch can stay the way it is because there's nothing up that route. This one can stay the way it is because I want to come into, by coming in freight, I want to come into the yard. So we're going to leave that one the way it is. It's this one here I need to line a lock for passenger service. See, and this is what I mean by this goes up. What's going to be up in here? Anything? Don't know. And it stops right there, but why is that there? I don't never see myself using it, but you never can tell. It might be like a little spur when the yard really starts getting busy, and it will start getting busy. Because when we get the full railroad going, we're going to have a really long consist coming up, and we'll have the road freight. It'll come through and drop off whatever cars need to be dropped off. But once again, it'll be hostile, so we'll be pulling cars into Dillsboro. That's going to be their job, is to flat switch those cars, get the consist ready. Road train will take it up and drop them off in the respective yards. All right, you can go ahead and come to a stop. So I can get back on the train. All right, that has been lined and locked for passenger service, mainline operations. I'm going to climb up, and we're just going to run across. Up, 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 jump. Goes, oh, in the stack. All right, Come on, get up there. There we go. Perfect. We'll just sit here. Get our way back to Whittier now. Over here, Walker Branch. That's another one. I need to get another Mikado as well too. I want to start doing logging operations up here, and I can see bringing down strings of cars loaded with logs that'll have to come over to well, somewhere. I haven't even explored that yet. You know what? For a rainy day, it sure hasn't rained anything. It's supposed to be raining all day today. But the big storm's supposed to be coming in here. Central California. I hate the term that they use of atmospheric river. Come on, you're just using that to scare people. So stop scaring people. It's just a rainstorm. Heavy rains. You can say heavy rains. That's fine. But what dramatic term can we use to scare our viewers? All right, 22 miles an hour. We're doing good. We got a grade here. Oh, I never noticed that river coming up here before. Wow, that's pretty. They did a fine job. It's really a pretty game. I love it. I like it. Actually, right there, I was listening to the sound of the locomotive. I'm like, ooh, it's slowing down. Look down, yeah, I was losing speed, and a little bit of a steeper grade here. Ooh, go down on the camera. Governor's Island. Down here. Try not to fall off the train. Go. Let's go sit in the seat. Oh, it's not going to let me. Come on. Get in there. That's the door. I'm trying to get in. Let me in. There we are. I'm in. Not exactly how to do it. There's the door. All right. Snap into the seat. E to lean out. We'll turn around and look back. This is what you would see as an engine. Just like that. We'll run it this way now. Oh, we're coming up. A little bit of a downhill grade. Off the throttle a little bit. Off the throttle a lot. By coast. Yep. Get a little bit of yeah, sound of that. My head bouncing off all those girders. It's going to be downhill, so I'm going to come off the throttle or coast down this. You know what? I'm going to get out of the seat. Realize too, we're coming into I need to make sure. Knowing me, I got to make sure that the switches are aligned where they need to be. I'm pretty sure that they are. I tried to do that. Coming into a station here. Alright, we are aligned to lock for mainline service. Awesome. Alright. Alright, coming through. Nice little couple of toots on the horn there for the ELA Station Master. And next stop should be Whittier. Not a lot to talk about at this point, guys. Kind of covered everything, but we're good. We're just going to keep coming in to Whittier here. I got to stop and pick up about 8 cars. Then we're just going to head on down to Sylva at that point. We already looked at the at my logging cars. They're still unloading. How we doing on water? We're already down almost 700 gallons of water. Like I said, she's thirsty, so we'll top her off too. That's gonna be my plan. Top her off in Whittier. Coal, we're fine. Look at it, we're fine on coal. We hold 7,000. We're only at 6.5. We use like half a ton. 7,000, 7 tons. I mean, on farmer. So we use half a ton of coal, but that's not a problem. Coal's not the issue. It's the water. And that's a heck of a grade coming from Whittier as you go up to the Dillsboro Tunnel. Call it the Dillsboro Tunnel. That's accurate or not. But it's a heck of a climb going up, and that's where a lot of the water gets used. And all those cars that we're going to pick up for, well, I think they're all loaded. In fact, I know they're loaded, and if they're loaded, they really should be right next to the locomotive. The empties on the end. Prototypically speaking. So maybe we'll do that. We'll pull in and alright. You know what? I'm gonna go unlocked. Go straight through. Think we're set. We'll see. If I made a mistake, oh well. Learn from my mistakes. See, we have a station master know we're coming. Well, clear the kids off the tracks. Won't have any accidents. Don't need to call the herd. Alright. And we are on the right track because we're going to stop right there. And we've already picked up. I don't think we have anything else to pick up. Nope, that one's not. Those we just set out, so those are okay. We're going to go ahead and start slowing this baby down. We're going to fill up right here. There's another tank, but we're just going to fill up right. Perfect. Right. Jump down. Self in line. Spout. There. Alright. And I can move over a little bit. But we're going to go ahead. Let's open the door up. Nice thing is water's free. No bottled water for this locomotive. Remember the days? You guys are old enough. You remember the days when water used to be free? Walk up to a neighbor's house and drink it right out of a garden hose. Alright, kill the bell. All right, we are topped off. Hatch. Lights knock me off every time. All right. Ride the back and let's go ahead. Let's get out of here. All right, actually, we are at the 2-hour mark. So once we get to Whittier Interchange, which is not that far away, we're going to go ahead and end the stream at that point. We will add to a day 5. We'll add day 5 to this. So and we definitely need to come into this track here, because that'll lead us into the interchange, the Whittier interchange. Well, it's not even an interchange. We'll call it the Whittier yard. Not the interchange anymore. That changed. And we actually added Sylva, and that's the interchange between us, the TheLazyFarmer Railroad, and the Atlantic, which is the Class 1 railroad that services us. So, and all these cars are loading up. Conventional lumber. We did bump that up to like tier 4 now. So all right. I think we're good on coal. I think we're going to be okay on coal. So we're not going to stop here and get coal. Slowly cruising in. All right, I got to watch the switches down here. I pretty much actually can pull straight, and we'll uncouple, grab these cars, because these are all going to be loaded. Put those right next to, this lane locked, right? Put those right next to the locomotive where they belong. Put the empties on the end. But we're going to pull in right here. I'm going to jump down here in just a moment. Come to a stop, and that's where the end of the stream is going. So, not bad. All right, jump on down. Go ahead, bring her to a nice, slow, steady stop here. Clear of the foul of the switch. Awesome, we're there. Okay, so let's come up here. We're going to go, and we're going to set a handbrake. I'm going to do a little bit different though. We're going to set the handbrake right here on the tender, and we're just going to do that by clicking apply. So handbrake has been applied on the tender, so we're going to hold down the train right there. Actually apply them all, tie it down the train, but this is where we're going to end, guys. So tomorrow we're going to finish taking all these cars down to Sylva, and then we will work, hopefully logging will be ready to go. We might have to advance an hour or two to see, get those cars empty, run them up into Connelly, advance an hour again to load them up, bring them back down, and hopefully they'll process in a timely manner. So to get that reset, So that's like the first thing I do at 6 o'clock in the morning on the start of every day. We might have to forego that at least one day, kind of reset that. But I hope you enjoyed the stream. And again, as usual, please go ahead, click that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, hit the notification so you know when I'm there. Share this video out with anybody that might like Trainz. Say, hey, check it out. For this guy's pretty cool. Hopefully, I'm pretty cool. I think I'm pretty cool. Kids where I work think I'm pretty cool. But I'm just going by what they say. What do I know? Anyway, this is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer. You guys have a great day. Enjoy. I will see you on again later on this afternoon with some Run 8. Bye bye.